Hello everyone, this is going to be some Q&A for the 160 class, and we're going to start off with a transcript. The subject is sexual harassment against the city of San Diego. Okay, all right, and it's going to start off with defense. Here we go, ready? Hello, my name is Diana Adams. I represent the city of San Diego. Can I get you to state your full name and spell your last? Peyton Ann Davis, spelled D-A-V-I-S. Okay, and did you meet with your attorney today regarding this? Yes. About how long did you meet with him regarding this trial? About 40 or 45 minutes. Right now? Just now. About 40 minutes. Approximately 40 minutes. For mileage purposes, what was your mileage here today? Do you know? What address are you coming from? 4550 Vincent Street, San Diego, California, 92114. And will you be returning to the same place? Yes. Let me go over some general guidelines. First of all, when you took that oath, it is the same formal effect as if you were testifying in a court of law. So it is a felony offense for any untruthful answers, okay? Okay. Also, we are entitled to have your best answers. We don't want you to guess. If I ask you anything and you're not sure about it, please let me know and I can ask you the same question again and maybe rephrase it. Okay? Just let me know. Okay. Also, for the court reporter's sake, we need to have audible responses. You are doing very well saying yes or no. We don't want you to say uh-huh or huh-uh. If we start doing that, the court reporter will get after us. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Now, your attorney will be able to ask you questions after I am finished with the questioning. Okay? Now, hearsay is admissible. Relevance is very broad. You will have a chance to review this transcript the court reporter wrote up. If she writes anything that is inaccurate, you will have a chance to change it. On the other hand, if you start changing all of your answers, if this case goes to trial, we will comment on that, okay? I'm sorry, just a second, off the record, back on the record. Let me get your home address. 4550 Vincent Street, San Diego, California, 92114. How long have you been living there? For like 6 months. Let me get your address from before that. 8469 Impala Avenue, San Diego, California, 92114, apartment M, I think. Okay, and how long were you living there? A year. Okay, and you are currently still employed by the city of San Diego? Yes. What is your position? I am custodian 2. Where do you work? I'm not working. I'm off on medical leave. And you've been off, do you know when you stopped working? August the 22nd or 27th of 2006? Yes. Are you receiving any type of income from the city? No. Are you receiving any type of income at all? Yes. Where are you getting income from? Disability. What kind of disability? State disability. All right. Did you try to get the city's long-term disability? Yes. And what happened with that? It was denied. Did they give you a reason? They said from Dr. Roberts' report, they went and said I wasn't eligible. I didn't know the code and all that stuff. Okay, so what? Your position is custodian 2. Where are you working? Where were you working? At Ocean Park. Any specific place at Ocean Park? The main place is the Bay. The Bay? Yes. You were working for Park and Rec? Yes. Who was your supervisor? I have Nick Carter was and Renee Warner. How do you spell Renee? Do you know? R-E-N-E-E, I think. W-A-R-N-E-R? I don't know. If you don't know, that's fine. I don't know how to spell that. How long was Nick Carter your supervisor? I think maybe not more than 5 years, I think. Okay, how long was Renee Warner your supervisor? I think 7 since I have been there, she might have been. Was Nick underneath Renee or vice versa? Renee was underneath Nick. Did you work directly for Renee? Both. I worked for Renee at night and Nick in the day. So did they both have the same title? No, he was the building supervisor. She was the night supervisor. So when you worked nights, you would report to Renee? Yes. When you worked days, you would report to Nick? No, basically, yeah, because 3 nights I work with Renee. 2 days I work with Nick, so yeah, it was... So let me ask you, what were your work hours? 3 to 11:30 at night and 7 to 3:30 in the day, 2 nights and 3 nights. Did you work Monday through Friday or did you work weekends? I worked, my schedule was off because it was changed. I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday days. I'm sorry, because they changed like 3 times. Friday, Saturday, Sunday days at one time, and it was Tuesday, Wednesday at night, and then it changed. It changed like 3 times, so it's kind of... So you usually worked a combination of maybe 3 nights and 2 days, or 3 days and 2 nights. Yes. And during the past at least 5 years, Nick Carter would be your supervisor during the day, and Renee Warner would be your supervisor at night? Yes. Did you have any other supervisor that you reported to? Well, they had his boss. We would report to Katie and Beth. You had what bosses? His bosses. His bosses, okay. So this would be Nick Carter and Renee Warner's boss? Yes, I'm sorry. Who was that again? Katie Joyner, and I don't know Beth's last name. Now, how long were they there? Just about approximately. About 5 years too, because they came a year or 2 later. Did you work in like teams or groups? No, we work like 2-person. At night, it be like 2 persons. They prefer 2 persons in the buildings at night because of safety reason, but we don't work together. Somebody clean upstairs and somebody clean downstairs. Someone clean the men's room and then someone clean the women's restroom. How about during the day? Did you work in groups or pairs? Same thing, usually 2 people there. And did you usually share the same shift as somebody, or did they switch you around? What do you mean? When you work nights, did you usually work with the same person? At night, yes. Okay, I'm going to switch transcripts. Okay. This is going to be more of the colloquy style. And this is going to be defense. Here we go. Start with defense. Your Honor, my client is not in the home. She doesn't have any of the documents and records, and Mr. Netter is the one making the payment. You don't have to go get it for her if it's equally available to her, but if you have it in your possession, like a payment book or something like that, furnish her with it. Well, Your Honor, I think I have some checks here if you want to see those. I have some some printouts from the online records as well. Your Honor, I don't know if we can come up with 3 years worth of checks. I don't think I have 3 years. We supplied the numbers. I supplied the statement to her today, showing her what the statements were, and, you know, I supplied her, since she moved out in June, all of the canceled checks. She can just call to find out whether it's current or not current, or how much was paid. It's equally obtainable. And the payments on the house, you want the payments on the house for the last 3 years? No, we've not asked for the payments on the house for 3 years, not at all. We've asked for the 2015 mortgage statement on the first and second trust deeds on the house on Candlebrush Court. If you have those, if you have them in your possession, then make a copy of it and give it to her. Everything I have has been supplied to my counsel. We've also asked for copies of the documents that support the bank card. The MasterCard is a community property debt, and we have not received any documents other than billing statements that have occurred outside during the separation period only. That is not true, Your Honor. I supplied statements starting in September, and it is my patient, it is respondent's contention that we separated. They went and separated all of the billing statements, all of his patients, his statements from his patients to separate from his wife. Okay, well then what is the problem? Well, I want to know, when did the MasterCard start? In September. September was when it was opened? It first started being used? That's right. We were still reconciling through December. I don't know. I can urge them to comply. You can bring a motion to compel production. We didn't have to respond to their request to the discovery that they had. It wasn't timely. We registered objections for the record, but then we provided the information, the records. He was still trying to get together, and we brought copies in. But now you will be timely on any request, so if you don't feel you have everything. We were timely, Your Honor, quite timely. I don't know, then bring a motion to compel. We were timely. We couldn't do a motion to compel because counsel didn't answer our production requests for 2.5 weeks, and we were coming up to trial. Then we couldn't do anything. So we are here the first time today and received our first copies of the documents, Your Honor. We would request an award of attorney's fees, though, for that can be taken up at the time of trial. Okay, so that's September 24th at 8 o'clock, Your Honor? Yes, thank you. Is Netter your case? That was this one, Your Honor. Oh, here's for custody and visitation. I'm sorry. You want to review this? If it's acceptable, the stipulation and orders? Yes, the stipulated agreement. Okay, and that concludes our Q&A practice for the 160 class. Have a great day.